What's going on, guys? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon MLB DFS video. It is Friday, August 14th, and I do apologize for not having a video for a while. If you've been following us on Twitter, you know that, if you've been following the news, you saw what they call a derecho went through Iowa, and that's where I'm located. And my house got hit with 100 plus mile an hour winds. They're saying like 114 to 120. So Monday morning, about 11:30 a.m., the power went out, and it got back today? Well, Thursday, sometime on Thursday. The internet still isn't working, so I had to come down to my parents' house. So it's been a hell of a week. That's why I tell you to follow me on Twitter, at least at advisors_team, because I tweeted out that I would try to get lineups out, but I wouldn't have the bacon station. I wouldn't be able to have some of the research out because I didn't have internet, and I can't make that off my phone. And then I couldn't even hotspot off my phone because it took down a Verizon tower, and I had no reception. So we lost everything in the fridge. We got some damage to the house. And the inspector can't come out for weeks. So it's been a crazy week, but hopefully you guys are still here. Hopefully you're still watching the video. And if there's anything I can do to help you win some money, let me know. Luckily, the family's good. The baby's fine. She was at the babysitter when it happened. But, I mean, the house started shaking. It was sketch. But, so it's Friday. We've got a full slate of games. We have basically it's kind of like, it feels like opening night, as in the sense there's a ton of aces on the mound. So what we're going to do is, if you don't know what we do, we go through every single pitcher on the slate. And then if you want to see the pitchers we like the most, you can check that out in our article, which will be right down below in the description. It'll be the very first link in the description of the video. That is today's article. So go check that out. A ton of information coming at you. NBA's kind of winding down. We got screwed over on Thursday with a lot of news of teams being eliminated. Then starters were out. Then we used backup players. Those backup players were out for third string. So it was crazy. That's what NBA is like during the time. So all we can do is hope, pray, and enjoy some baseball. So that being said, let's look at the slate moving forward. So I'm not 100% sure which game this is going to be. So Washington and Baltimore will be playing a doubleheader, but they've got Strasburg for both of them, which I'm not sure who's going to be pitching. I do like Strasburg, but this will be early only, so one of these games won't be on here. So this is definitely something to monitor. But overall, Strasburg is, 48 plate appearances. Now, Baltimore's been very unlike Baltimore this season. They've been actually decent. Strasburg, again, some 48 plate appearances, only striking out 22.9% of them, but a 273 batting average with only a 282 WOBA. I do like Strasburg there, just I don't know if he's going to be on the slate yet. We don't know which game's going to be and which game he's actually going to start. As of the making of this article, Tampa Bay doesn't have a pitcher, so most likely it'll be an opener. Probably Chirinos, maybe Yarbrough. They'll go 1-2 innings. Well, Chirinos has been going a little bit longer. He's been going like 4 or 5, so I like him. But just kind of monitor the situation. On the flip side, Tanner Roark hasn't faced them a ton. 33 plate appearances, so basically 1.5 starts. We're looking at 33 plate appearances, 207 batting average, 18.2 K. But the way Tampa Bay just walloped on the Red Sox and the way they're going, I don't trust a pitcher against them right now. So I'm looking at loading up on the Rays bats in this one. This next one here, Mets at the Phillies, DeGrom versus to be announced right now. I don't know why it says DeGrom hasn't faced anyone on this team. Looking at this, DeGrom has faced 167 batters, given up 34 hits. That's a 141 batting average. He's given up 5 doubles, 1 triple, 3 home runs, 2 to Bryce Harper, not on the team anymore. Or he is on the team, sorry. 2 to Bryce Harper, who's batting .294. Obviously, they've seen a ton of each other being in the same division. And then 1 to Scott Kingery. 55 Ks in that one. Absolutely love the Mets here. specifically because the Phillies very up and they're still getting. They had over a week off, not as bad as the Cardinals, but they've had a week off. They're still getting their footing. This right here, I like. Love DeGrom in this situation. Then you look at another situation. You got Garrett Cole. You know he's going to be expensive. You know he's striking out a ton. He's getting deeper into games. Going against a Red Sox team that just got demolished. They had 3 different players playing different positions on Thursday. Garrett Cole against Boston, 94 plate appearances, striking out 28.7 K, 233 batting average against them. Absolutely love Garrett Cole. Whoever Boston pitches, look out. They're probably in some big trouble this season. Indians at the Tigers. Aaron Savale versus Ivan Nova. You got Savale at 50 plate appearances, a 182 batting average. Absolutely love that. Under the radar pitcher here, especially on he doesn't strike out a ton here, but especially on a slate like this where you've got DeGrom, you've got Kershaw, you have Garrett Cole. You could go off Savale here in GPP. I don't know if you can trust him in cash. He might pay off pretty damn good here, especially against a Tigers team that's very iffy. This is more of a GPP pick. I wouldn't trust Savale in cash. But I do like the Indians as a stack here because Nova, 113 plate appearances, 337 batting average. Pirates at the Reds, you got Chad Kuhl versus Sonny Gray. Sonny Gray has been absolutely on fire. I'm not looking at Kuhl here. I'm looking at Sonny Gray. Cash, GPP, doesn't matter. 69 plate appearances, 23.2 K percentage, 215 batting average. I am looking at that, and Sonny Gray's been on fire. So, looking at that, absolutely love Sonny Gray. I know they were they start off super slow on Thursday. Trevor Williams, we used him in one of our lineups, and it paid off. He was very cheap. But this Reds team can hit. So looking at that, I'm looking at Sonny Gray here. I'm looking at the bats. But yeah. Next game, Braves at the Marlins. You've got Kyle Wright versus Pablo Lopez. Now, we used Pablo Lopez, I don't know, last start or the start before. Trying to remember, and he dominated for us. But this Braves team can hit. Now, they're probably without Acuna. Depending. Looking at that, I'm a little bit iffy on using either of these pitchers, possibly because there's just so many other options that I just don't have any exposure to this. Looking at this, I probably would stay away from these pitchers. Maybe throw Pablo in there because he's had success for us in the past. He's under the radar pick, but it is in Miami. Depending if the dome is open or not, the ball will fly out of it a little bit more. So that is something to pay attention to. If the dome is closed, the ball loves to fly out. If it's open, it just depends. So looking at this, see if you can find that information, but pivoting off of, the stud pitchers or SP2 on DraftKings, I don't mind Lopez here. I'm not sold on Kyle Wright, though. Royals at the Twins, they just played each other this matchup, I believe, last week. Odorizzi coming off the DL got destroyed. Junis against the Twins, 117 plate appearances, a 267 batting average, 31.6 K percentage. Absolutely love Junis in this one. And Kansas City's actually hitting pretty well. Odorizzi, 96 plate appearances, second start off the DL. We don't know how far he's stretched out. Struggled his last start against this team. 337 batting average. I'm loading up on the Royals here. Cardinals at the White Sox. I don't know if I haven't read if this is getting played or not. I would assume it is. I don't know. Just kind of looking for news. Let's see. See if there's anything on their website. I mean, I believe so. This game should get played. This is the game that was supposed to be at the Field of Dreams yesterday. That being said, looking at that, I'm very, very just. The Cardinals have played five. The Cardinals have played 5 games this year, right? I'm not. I'm not incorrect on that, am I? Yeah, the Cardinals are 2-3. I mean, they've played 5 games where other teams have played um, 20. They're so far behind. Um, and at one point, they weren't able to even be together to practice. Against the White Sox, it really depends. There's no way I can trust Wainwright. There's no way I can trust. I don't know how long he's going to go. If this game gets played right now, it looks like it will. It doesn't look like it's going to be postponed or anything. But I don't know if you could trust anyone on this team. That being said, you want to go very contrarian, you could go Wainwright. But again, I mean, 5 games, he's not going to be stretched out. It's going to be a weird game. I'm just going to stay clear of this one. Here's a game. Brewers at the Cubs. You've got Woodruff versus Tyler Chatwood. You've got Woodruff against the current Cubs roster. 70 plate appearances. 237 batting average, striking out 30% of the batters he's faced with a 316 WOBA. Flip side of that, you got Chatwood. Now, he came, and I did mention this his last start. I said I'm using him, but sparingly because he's got to come back down to earth at some point. Chatwood started off the season extremely hot. Came crashing down to earth his last start. Against the Brewers, 84 plate appearances, a 200 batting average, 23.8 K percentage. I wouldn't trust Chatwood in cash because we don't know which one we're going to get. But in GPP tournament, I don't mind him at all. Rangers at the Rockies. This is a Coors game, and I put it in a write-up, but I like Lance Lynn as a contrarian leverage play in Coors. He's had success in Coors before. I looked back until, looking back here, you can see all the way to 2014. In Coors here, he went 8 innings, 3 hits, 7 Ks. He obviously hasn't pitched there a ton, but just looking at Colorado games, I went all the way back just to look. I mean, he went 5 innings here, gave up 4 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, so very iffy. That was 2017. Still 2017, looking at this, nothing. 2018, he was in New York, so he didn't have any. He was in between Minnesota and New York, so he didn't pitch there. And then 2019, no. So, I mean, he's only pitched there a couple of times. He had success one time. He was younger. I get that. But he's a different pitcher now. Against the Rockies, 108 plate appearance, 24.1 K percentage, a 248 batting average. I don't mind that. Charlie Blackman's on another level right now. And it's always concerning to take a pitcher in Coors. If you want to get off the leverage, if you are into making multiple lineups. If you make one lineup, no. If you make multiple lineups, GPP, not cash, throw Lance Lynn in there. You're going to save some money because you're not paying up for the big guys. Be under ownership. If he has a dominating game, you're going to be well ahead of the pack because you're going to be able to, as long as you can find the correct batters, you should be good to go. So I am a Lance Lynn fan here. GPP-wise, yes. You got the Mariners at the Astros. You got Kikuchi versus Framber Valdez. Kikuchi hasn't had success against them in the past. 91 plate appearances, a 300 batting average. It's in Houston. I'm taking the righties in this. I'm not taking either of these pitchers. Valdez maybe, just depending on how many innings is going to go. You got to wait for news there. But looking at that, I would take Valdez as GPP. I will take the Astros righties here. Maybe even lefties, just depends if you can break it down to see who's had success against him. But looking at that, probably lean more towards Astros batters. You got the Dodgers at the Angels. You've got Clayton Kershaw versus Patrick Sandoval. You got Kershaw at 157 plate appearances, a 23.6 K percentage, 239 batting average. Mike Trout is on another level since coming in to fatherhood. Welcome, Trout. I would say you won't get any sleep, but you're an athlete and you're rich, so you probably sleep like a baby. But looking at that, Kershaw is a pitcher you could look at. The Angels are very iffy whether or not they hit or not. Rendon is starting the season off slow. Trout is on fire right now. Depending on who you take, probably lean to. Obviously, I'm not going to take Sandoval against the Dodgers, but you could look at Kershaw here. I'll probably lightly owned on Kershaw more so than really looking at many bats in this Angels. But I think Kershaw will be higher owned than I'll probably have percentage-wise. Padres at the Diamondbacks. Lamet versus Merrill Kelly in Arizona. So it's a hitter's park. It is Coors Field Jr., as they say. Lamet here, 71 plate appearances, a 169 batting average. Pretty good. I like him in this situation. Arizona's been very hit or miss this season, so I am looking at him. Fading Arizona, fading Merrill Kelly, looking at some of the San Diego bats here. Tatis is on fire. You got Machado. Depending if Cronenworth is a super cheap option. So looking at that, I like Lamet here. Final game on the slate, Oakland versus the Giants. Frankie Montas versus Johnny Cueto. Montas has only faced him 6 times, 6 plate appearances, I should say. 500 batting average, 50% K, not much. GPP-wise, I like Montas here. Cueto, GPP, I don't mind either. Athletics have been hitting. We know this. They're without Laureano, who got baited by the Astros. Cueto here, 39 plate appearances, a 162 batting average, and 20.5 K. Do I trust either of these pitchers in cash? I do not. Do I like them in GPPs? I absolutely love both of these pitchers in GPPs. So there you go, guys. Those are the pitchers. Those are the breakdown of the pitchers against the team. We're still waiting to see who will be, the to-be-announced pitchers. Depending on when you watch this video, those could have changed by now. If you want to see the handful of pitchers we like out of every single one of those we just went over, click the link down below. If you want to win a free 5-day pass, all you have to do, like this video, be a subscriber, tell me who's going to hit home run, what inning are they going to hit it in, and how far did the ball travel. Distance traveled is a tiebreaker, so go check that out. Go check out all of our social media. If you want, go check out the 5-day pass. You can sign up. You're going to get, and check out the article, because in that article we have the pitchers we like. We have the top BVP plays on the slate, which we also have on our cheat sheet. We have, or our Bacon station for MLB, we have a cheat sheet as well. In the article, we have the stacks that we like. The difference between the stacks that we like can change a little bit, but between this and the premium content in our cheat sheet, we put out the players we like in the stacks. Like yesterday, we had Hunter Renfroe. We had him in our liking. Dominated. 2 home runs. I think Fanduel had like 45 or 50 fantasy points. The night before, we had Byron Buxton. He had 2 home runs there. We break it down, the stacks that we like against the opposing pitcher, and the, depending, 4 to 5 batters that we like in that slate. So that being said, thank you guys for checking this video out. If you get the 5-day pass, you're going to get 5 days of MLB. You're going to get the MMA this week as well. PGA is starting off really well. Super excited about that. Football is here in a month. I mean, we're less than a month away from NFL. Hopefully it happens. If any of you are interested in getting in our season-long league, I still haven't heard back from everyone was in it last year. They have first dibs, but if they don't get back to me soon, email me, support@fantasyteamadvisors.com, and let me know if you're interested. Put in the subject title, interested in season-long fantasy. Last year was a $100 buy-in and top 2 places paid. This year it might be $50 just because of all COVID stuff going on. Still trying to figure out the rules that we need to go through and figure out how many places we need to add, for COVID and injuries and stuff like that. So still looking to move on to that, but we have to get that settled in the next couple of weeks because we got a draft soon. Super excited. Love fantasy football. It's going to be a weird year, but hopefully we get it all through. But yeah, so that's any questions with that, email me. Any questions down below, I'll try to answer them. If this video gets, let's go with 30 likes. If this video gets 30 likes, we'll put a FanDuel and Draftkings GPP lineup in the comment section, or I'll pin it in the comment section down below. So again, check the article out we have for you. It's also down below. It should be the first link in the description. So anytime we don't have a video during the day, I try to put out articles. Obviously, without any power or any way to do it the past couple of days, I wasn't able to put out articles. But I think hopefully you understand. But again, follow me on Twitter. I will update you as much as I possibly can, letting you know if we're going to have something, if not, and why. So that's what I've got, guys. Good luck today. Hopefully you guys brought home the bacon. Let me know how you did Thursday. And good luck this weekend. Peace.